Many miles from the beautiful city of Seattle, over the Cascade Mountain Range into eastern Washington, lies the Mineral Springs restaurant on Blewett Pass. It's a tranquil setting with tall trees, babbling brooks, and a wide assortment of wildlife. Boyd and Fran Grant own and operate the restaurant, which is known for consistency, quality, and totally homemade food. One of the biggest draws continues to be the fantastic baked desserts created by Margie Sage.
They are just simply delicious, and the crust just melts in your mouth. They really are good.
Well, I like pretty much all the flavors of pies. I suppose that might show a little bit, but my favorite way to enjoy our pies is probably like possibly December, January, to drop down off the top of the mountain with my snowmobile and work my way down through the trails down to the restaurant. By that time, I've worked up a pretty good appetite, and I enjoy the pies that much more.
Everything about the pie is good. It's just real good homemade pie.
I think that the biggest thing that I can see is the professionalism of it. It's not like going down to a bakery in town and buying a pie. To me, it's just an entirely taste. It's home cooking, and that's what I like.
In fact, it's rumored that people from Seattle, 150 miles away, have called to reserve a piece of pie before traveling eastward.
A lot of people have stopped here from Seattle, and they have eaten her pies. And they call ahead lots of times to make sure that she's going to have pies ready for them when they come back across the mountains.
And we come from Seattle a lot just because of the food in Margie's Pies. And we go to, through the loop and to Mount Rainier, and it's definitely worth the trip just to come by here, as well as the view. I mean, the scenery is wonderful.
Margie grew up on a ranch in Northern California and started cooking from scratch at a very young age. She sold pies through a local restaurant in her hometown and quickly developed a loyal following. Over the years, she continued to develop her skills baking for other restaurants using her old-fashioned, made-from-scratch recipes. Eventually, she was convinced by family and friends to share her recipes with others. Oh, Taste and See is Margie's cookbook packed with old-fashioned, made-from-scratch recipes from the heart of a country baker. Margie has done her share of teaching, too. In fact, she is currently instructing Jolene Kelly to take over most of her baking duties at Mineral Springs.
Eventually, Margie will be moving on to other things, and she has taken me under her wing here at Mineral Springs to take over for her when she's gone. And her cookbook is a wonderful way to learn. It has a lot of good techniques in it, and she says that I'm using them to the best of my ability, and I hope I can always do that for her and keep the memory of her here at Mineral Springs alive.
And now it's your turn to learn how to make pies with tender, flaky crusts and the most delicious fillings and toppings you can imagine.